Thanks to everyone for sharing your opinion. I now have a title for my book. Welcome back to Writer's Theory. I'm James Winterthorn, and after almost a month of waiting, I'm going to reveal the title to my book. If you've seen in previous videos, I had a number of options of titles that I thought were good. I had my favorites, but I really wanted to get your opinion on which title would be best. So I will share with you what I ended up picking. I'll share with you an almost final cover design. And I just wanted to say thanks again to everyone that took the survey to help me make this decision. Titling a book is a very important decision for a number of reasons. First, it's a fun part of the process. I remember before I had anything published, I would always think about what a story should be called. I don't do that anymore. I kind of work backwards in terms of the title. The title tends to come last, and I let the story inform what the title will be. But it's fun. It's cool to think about what phrase or word will encapsulate or embody the story that we want to tell. And it's the first thing people are going to see or hear about your book is what is it called? It's such a big thing that it's got this weight to it. It's fun and interesting. The other aspect is, of course, more of a marketing aspect. We want something that's going to be catchy and interesting and memorable, and something that will encourage a reader or a potential reader to pick up our books and hopefully purchase and read them. So it does all those things. Titles are fun and interesting and very important. So with that, let me remind you what the title options are. And this is in alphabetical order. First up, we have Blood and Brimstone, then Coyote's Shadow, Ghost's Horizon, Redemption of a Ghost, and Through Smoke and Ash. And now, if you had followed the writing of the story, or you're familiar with the story on some level, you know that the protagonist's nickname is Ghost, which is why Ghost shows up here a couple of times. You know there's a coyote in the story that plays a pretty important role, so you can see why both of those aspects are in there. The one that doesn't quite fit the story in terms of character and protagonist is the Through Smoke and Ash, which without knowing the story is certainly the most provocative. It brings up imagery. It has a very visceral feeling to it. So without knowing anything about it, I think Through Smoke and Ash would be the most interesting. But given that I want a very protagonist-driven title, the ghost or coyote references are very interesting to me. So those were the options that I put up on the survey. I let this run for about 3 weeks. And so thank you to everyone that took the survey and let me know what you thought. So it came down to two different options. That being Through Smoke and Ash and Ghost's Horizon. Both I think are good. And I did vary from what the popular decision was. So by one vote, Through Smoke and Ash won the survey. I think that would be a fine title. I think it would evoke more interest from a reader who didn't know anything about the story. But I did want a protagonist-driven title, and I personally liked Ghosts Horizon more, and it was close enough in the responses that I'm comfortable making that decision. So there you have it. The title of my Western is Ghosts Horizon. Here is the finished book title. If you watched the last video, you know what this looks like already. I have just added the title to it, and I have included a spine as well. So here is the full version of the cover. This, of course, will get tweaked once I know just how many pages this is, and I'll only know that once I have a final manuscript. So this has been fun. I know this probably took longer than it needed, deciding on a title and recording content on it, but I did want to have the survey. I did want people's feedback. So here we are. I now have a title and a almost finished cover. And of course, the cover will be finalized after a final manuscript. So making great progress. I'm going to have the manuscript back from my personal editor here shortly, and I will get to one of the final edits. So I'm going to go through the notes and suggestions in this edit, and then I will do another ChatGPT edit to try to catch any other errors that might have got through. I think I'm pretty close on the content of the story, and now it's just cleaning it up. And I hope one last run through with a broom in ChatGPT, and I'll have a pretty polished manuscript. So this is a short video. I just wanted to share that I had a title. I'm pleased with the title. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to continue following my journey of getting this novel published and any of the other writing content that we produce here at Writer Siri, please like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you would like to be notified when new videos come out. And I'm going to get to editing now. So I will see you in the next video.